Hello, my name is Matthew Jessner, White Tiger Qigong instructor. Today, we're here to talk about what is Qi and how do you get started today. First, we'll address the question as to Qi. This has been the subject of innumerable texts and research from ancient to contemporary times. Sages, scholars, seekers, and laypersons have sought to explain. But what is universally recognized is that Qigong and related arts augment the benefits of Qi in our bodies and lives. Here, we'll explain some basic theory and provide some evocative examples that should stimulate reflection. Second, the steps to begin, of which just taking the time to tune into this channel is perhaps a first and significant one for some. Qi pervades, in fact composes all aspects of our lives and environment in the largest term, all the way into what we term the universe or multiverse. However, the examples and manifestations of it are so very immediate and tangible, which is why it's so easy to start without solving the ultimate mysteries of the universe. Let's just get going. There are some fundamental types of Qi: congenital Qi, acquired Qi. Congenital Qi is inherited from our parents and our genetic lineage, gathered and formed at conception, physically stored in the kidneys. It determines our basic constitution, strength, and vitality. It's essential to growth and development, and it can be conserved but not replenished. Whereas acquired Qi, postnatal Qi, it can be stored and replenished, and it is driven by the way we live our lives, composite of the essence of food, the essence of air, and the nature of our lifestyle. How is Qi made? Qi can be generated and cultivated for health or mastery of physical, energetic, and consciousness. From the standpoint of our physical organism, Qi is converted or made from essences within the body. Let's take the obvious example of food. Now, we accept that the food we eat is taken in, converted in multiple ways, and assimilated into many functions and processes in our bodies. Nourishment. Similarly, we accept that the air comes in our bodies and oxygenates multiple systems. This is an essential assimilation and a direct interface with our environment, which is in fact not dissociable in any way. We interact dynamically with our environment with every breath, from birth through to our very last whisper. We understand that this air goes into our blood, much the way light is processed by photosynthesis. Our bodies are in fact miracles by design. Practicing medical Qigong helps convert any essence into Qi through our practice and our movements. Qi can be experienced in multiple sensations. Skin Qi, which is tingly and warm, nerve Qi, which is bugs biting or pulsing, or bone Qi, a bit more dense, a pulsing hot or cold and numb. So let's talk about what is Qigong. Qigong. Let's take the word. Qigong. Qi, air, gas, energy. Gong, refined skill. The traditional Chinese character is a rice kernel, expanding or even exploding through an alchemic process. There are 5 main branches of Qigong: Taoist, Buddhist, Confucian, martial, and medical, and combinations thereof. So we speak mainly about Taoist and Buddhist Qigong. They are not adversaries. They have different emphases. In Taoist Qigong, we have a bit of spiritual, martial, and medical, and in Buddhist, principally spiritual and martial. So Qigong sits in one of the 4 main branches of Chinese medicine, which is herbal medicine, medical massage, acupuncture, and medical Qigong. Excess or imbalance can weaken the Qi in 9 principal expressions: excess of anger, fear, excess of joy, grief, terror, excessive thinking, excessive work, excess cold or hot can dissipate the Qi. What medical Qigong can treat, and by treat we mean address and improve as a general state, are to balance the Qi and the energy, balance our emotions, balance our immune system, sleep issues, stress management, our basic state, and to tonify the organs. Our movements actually irrigate the organs through the way that we compress them and irrigate them through the movements. What Qigong cannot treat is extreme pathology or very strong genetic predispositions. We cannot treat acute poisoning or parasites, bacteria. Our basic health can resist many things in our environment, but we need to take care of the medical issues with medical practitioners. The path is intended to cultivate spiritual, emotional, and physical strength. So often we have the questions to ourselves, so which practice is best? Is it Buddhist Qigong? Is it Taoist medical Qigong? Is it modern Qigong? Or is it yoga or Pilates or many things? The truth is that there is no answer to this. What is important, however, is to take a personal engagement. In a symphony, are the stringed instruments more musical than the wind instruments? Of course they're not. The affinity with your nature is more important. You may find yourself experimenting with multiple forms in your exploration. In fact, playing multiple instruments is a virtue, but we don't play them all at once, and at the same time, an inappropriate fusion leads only to chaos. So White Tiger Qigong, we're on the White Tiger Qigong YouTube channel. Who is it for? Anyone really. These practices are key to establishing a lifestyle and health spectrum to not only withstand but thrive. We are now in the modern world. We have made the effort to blend the teachings of the ancient Taoist medical Qigong with where we are now. So we're learning through neurohacking, peak level performance, both mental and athletic, the rewiring the brain so that we can teach ourselves to respond differently to high stress situations or even to be concentrated for longer periods of time. The medical Qigong, the healing of trauma, ailments, and illness, balancing our emotions and body, and seeking to prolong our lives in the correct way. And of course, the spiritual development, cultivating our spirit, the concentration and mastery of oneself. Getting started? Well, let's do some Qigong right now. We'll do 2 very rudimentary concentration and awareness exercises that are adapted to this video environment with absolutely no intentional exclusion or discrimination for sight or hearing impaired persons. So, let's take our hands, place them together, and just rub them together, gently but still firmly, creating a bit of friction, heat. Close the hands, feel the closure, open the hands and feel the radiating of the palms. One more time. Open, close the hands, open them, place them together, and remain here. Now you've been listening to this video, so we're going to remain in a listening state. The eyes will remain open, but we will together just gently cup our ears. Now you've just listened to something that is internal, that was there all the while. So what we're trying to do now is remain perceptive of our environment and aware of our inner state, Ting Jin, listening energy. This is a prized state. Ting Jin is a prized state. Now, you've been also watching this video, so we will keep listening, but now we'll take our hands and we will cup our eyes and keep listening. Okay, now, whilst your eyes are closed, see if you can visualize, or even better yet, perceive the wall in front of you. If you can feel where it is. And if you can visualize or perceive the wall behind you. If you can feel the wall. If you can explore the space in the room that you're in and find yourself within it, you're likely not in the center of the room. Find where you actually sit in your space without being able to directly identify it visually. And keep the Ting Jin listening energy, awareness inside and perception simultaneously. Now very gently uncover your eyes and look forward. Now the space that you're in, you may have understood exactly where you're sitting, but how did you feel the space that you're in? This concurrent exercise of being aware of our state and perceptive of our environment is that line that we cultivate through all of our practice. This practice is at the very root of a lifelong enrichment, should you so choose. Please have a good look at the White Tiger Qigong website. We have a large gamut of offerings, from full training sessions to punctual and very small and very, very digestible Qigong exercises. Thank you.